Hey guys, welcome. I'm Mark, one of the core team members here at Son of Doge. Hopefully you've seen me before or you've heard me before, whether that be in the Telegram voice chat or the video chat or maybe on the SOD YouTube channel. If you've not, if this is your first time, welcome. Thanks for finding this video. Thanks for being part of the community. Thanks for investing in Son of Doge. We want this to be a safe place for you to invest and to learn and understand as much as you can about the crypto space and not necessarily just SOD. Today's video specifically, it's for a lot of the new people that don't really understand much about crypto, and they may be asking like, why is SOD going down in price? Like, what do people mean when they're talking about bear markets and bull markets and cycles? What does all this mean? And because a lot of the times you hear it, because plenty of people talk about it, but nobody explains exactly what they mean by it. So I thought I'd just do a little bit of a rundown and hopefully answer any questions that you've got. And if you're uncertain about anything, you've got any doubts, hopefully we'll clear all that up and you'll feel a little bit more confident, and your investment in Son of Doge will feel a little bit more safer, and you won't have the worry or panic what sometimes you have when you see the chart going down and you see other people selling, and that's when people get FOMO and they copy, they do the same, whether that's buying when it's going up or selling when it's going down. And yeah, I'll walk you through all of that. So let's jump into it. So first things first, I just want to show you the Bitcoin chart on TradingView. And if you look here, like, you've got this big letter M, and this is basically from back in December 2020. So this is pretty much a full year from this point here to this point here is a full year has passed. So we kind of went up to May, up to April, and then from April it went down into July. 20th of July was the lowest point, and then it went back up again to an higher high, which was up, Bitcoin was up in 69k, and then it's where we're at right now at $38,000. So it's formed this big letter M pattern. And if you look at BNB over the same period, obviously it spiked a little bit more, it's a little bit closer together, but it's the same time frame and it's done pretty much the same thing. It's formed this letter M. It had a bit of an anomaly in the middle, but for the best part it's the same pattern. We'll look at DOT, again the same, it's letter M, same time frame, same kind of thing. And what it is, everything follows Bitcoin. Now in the future, will it follow Bitcoin all the time? I'd say not, because without digressing too much, there's two sectors, there's two niches in crypto coming out which are going to be becoming more and more popular. One of them is play to earn, where you get paid for playing games, and then the other one is the metaverse, which is going to be a whole new social environment, which is going to change the way everybody goes into social platforms in the metaverse. And all this is going to be, it's going to get to the point where it's going to decouple from Bitcoin and the cycles of crypto, because it's going to be mass adoption where people are playing games to earn money, not because they're invested in crypto, and socials where people are just doing socials, they're interacting with social platforms because that's how life is right now. Social interaction is something that everybody does, and going into the metaverse, that'll change how people interact, and the revenue coming in through advertising and what have you will be completely independent than from the price of crypto going up and down. So them two little niches, metaverse and play to earn, they'll decouple from crypto, but I believe for the best part everything else will follow Bitcoin for the foreseeable future. Down the line that may change, but for the foreseeable future I believe Bitcoin will still be the driving factor between the cycles of prices going up and down. So when people talk a bear market and a bull market, typically you'll have in a 4-year cycle you'll have one bull market, which will typically last for anything up to 12 months, and then it'll, towards the end of that 12-month period, the last couple of months, the prices will go parabolically up, So they'll go up at such a fast rate that they can't be sustainable, and then they'll reach a peak and then they'll drop because people that got in early sell off, and the price will then slowly start coming down, and it'll probably go down for 18 months to 2 years, typically go sideways for a year, and then all of a sudden the cycle will repeat and people will start investing again and the price will start going up. So that is what is meant by like the bull market and the bear market. The cycles are all tied into Bitcoin. And again, I'm not going to digress too much because I don't want to over confuse and over complicate things, but Bitcoin itself, every 4 years the difficulty is always increasing, but every 4 years the blocks which hold the Bitcoin, actually the content's half. So it started off with 50 in a block, then it went to 25. That was in 2012. Then in 2018 it went to 12 and a half, and then in 2020, well, it was actually 2021, so 2017, 2021, it then went down to 6, just over 6 and a quarter. So by 2025, when it occurs again, then it's going to be 3 and like an eighth. And if you can imagine, the difficulty always increases. So the time it takes to mine takes longer. And because it's getting more difficult, you need more expensive equipment. So you need to spend more on the hardware. And not only that, it costs more in electricity because the time it takes increases. So if you think about the supply reducing, but the cost to get Bitcoin increases, that's why the cycles create the increased price, because Bitcoin has to go up in price to sustain people mining it. Otherwise it'd be costing them money to mine, and obviously that can't be the case. So that's the in a really simple term, that's why the cycles, and that's why Bitcoin goes up from cycle to cycle. And if you're ever in doubt about the price of a specific coin, and right now I'm looking at DOT. I mean, if I just go back to Bitcoin, and then say you got in it 15th of November, all-time high 69k, and right now it's $38,000, and you're thinking, oh my god, the price, it's just ridiculous, it's come down so much. If you're investing and it's a long-term plan, then you shouldn't be focusing on short-term goals. You should be looking at long-term goals, and you should have a plan set out before you even started to invest to say, listen, I'm in this for 4 years. What happens in between does not matter. And I'm at Bitcoin, let's look at BNB. Again, same thing, go back to 21st of November, thereabouts, and where we are now. So it was at $640 pretty much, and now we're back down at $394. But if in doubt, just zoom out. This is what I always say. So when we zoom out, I'm just going to keep zooming out. So look at BNB back in 3rd of December 2019, and then look where it is now. And I'm just going to go back to Bitcoin, and I'm going to go on a, what are we on here, on a daily, I'm going to go on a weekly. So if we go back to April, this goes back to April 2013, and all you need to do is look where we're at now. Look where we're at now. We're here, and look where we were in 2013. So regardless what's happened, regardless of what happens in between, it's always going up and up and up. Now, when you start looking at this last 12 months, obviously we're lower down than what we were in June 2021. But as soon as you get past that 12-month period and you start going back to December 2020, we're higher. And what will happen when this starts going up again, and it gets to the point where we're above all-time highs? Everything that happened before is inconsequential, because you zoom out far enough, and the path is clear. It's one direction. It just goes from nothing to parabolic. It just goes from nothing to whatever the price is going to be. So like now it's 70,000. Well, now it's $38,000. Eventually, it's going to be 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. The bit in between, if you've got a long-term plan, like say a 4-year plan, 6-year, 8-year, whatever it may be, it doesn't really matter what happens in between, and you can't really let yourself get too stressed out about it. So like now, we're just looking at the poo coin. Now, obviously, Son of Doge V2 hasn't been around for long. Like inception was the 2nd of January. That's when the project launched, the version 2. And right now, okay, we're right down here. We're way lower. We're way lower than what it was at launch. We're even lower than what it was at launch. At launch, it was what, $4,000 or something, 4,200, and right now we're at 3,200. But again, if you believed in the project when you first invested, and you invested because you believe in the team, you believe in the story of Son of Doge, you're looking at the roadmap, you believe in the utilities, you may be part of the community, and you know the community is very strong, and we're a community project, and you just believe that we're going to go to the $1 billion market cap. You believe, you've got a core belief, and that's why you invested. If you believe that, it doesn't matter what happens on the candles on a day-to-day basis, even a week-to-week basis. If you believe, which I do, and everybody else here does as well, that's holding the tokens, we are going to go to unbelievable highs. So what happens from now until then, okay, it can stress you out a little bit if you keep your eye on it and you're watching it. It can stress you out, but it doesn't really matter, because the end game, the end goal, is going to be Son of Doge at $1 billion and beyond. So all the hiccups in between that happen, because a lot of it is through no fault of the project. It's through the cycles of crypto and the manipulation that happens by big institutional investors that hold big amounts of Bitcoin, that can pull the price down on any given day, for any given reason, and there's nobody that anything can do about it. And when that happens, everything comes down in price. So when you look at Son of Doge and you're thinking, oh, it's only at a 3.2 million market cap. Well, yesterday or the day before, it was at like 2.6 million market cap. Going back to 15th of June, thereabouts, the market cap was about 5 million. But again, it doesn't really matter, because if you're a long-term holder, then just hold tight. And if you have any cash on the side, your DCA, your dollar cost average, so as the price is coming down, you buy more of it, so your overall buy price ends up reducing. And that's the best thing to do. And all the people that have got rich in crypto over the years, especially early on, people that got into Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, they did it by just buying it and holding it through good times and bad. Prices come down, prices go up. But again, if in doubt, zoom out, look at the chart on a long-term view, and over a 1, 2, 3, 4 year period, the price of tokens always go up. And if you look at Bitcoin from inception, it has been the best performing asset across all assets, any commodities, worldwide, year on year, never failed. And all other cryptos basically follow the same path. They all start off low, people get in, new investors come in, FOMO kicks in, the prices go up, and it's the people that get in early and the people that hold and strongly believe in the projects, they're the ones that make life-changing wealth. So just hold your tokens. But when I say it, I mean it wholeheartedly. Hold your tokens, and if you get the opportunity to buy, then you buy more. So just looking at the price right now on coin market cap, like Bitcoin now is at $38,000, Ethereum's at $2,600, Bitcoin could come down to 30k. It's quite possible. If that happens, Ethereum will come down to 1700. BNB will then drop down to around 215, and then Son of Doge could go under 2 million market cap. But again, it's all relative, because if everything is dropping in price because of what's happening by manipulation, or the bear market may be coming in, because that anything can happen, it's all relative. So it's not like SOD's coming down just because people are selling it. It's coming down because people are selling everything, and because it's backed, because it's a token under the Binance Smart Chain. It's all relative to the price of the Binance coin. So when the Binance coin comes down, SOD comes down in value too. When Binance coin goes up, SOD goes up in value. So there's lots of little aspects onto why prices go up, why prices go down. A good little thing to look at as well, but I like using this tool. Sorry, I was just making sure I was still recording. Is this fear and greed chart. So when you look at this, this is basically showing you the emotions of people. So showing you what people are thinking, what people are doing, and this is all going off the markets by what people are buying, what people are selling. So when it's a bull market and the prices are going up, what happens? This little line here, it ends up over here somewhere in this darker green area between 80 and 100. If this arrow ever got to anywhere between 95 and 100, that is signaling we're at the very peak of a bull market, where it's in all likelihood gone parabolic. So this is kind of where you want to start thinking about selling tokens if you want to take profits. On the other end of the scale, when it's right down here, anywhere in this pink line, at the beginning of the week, it was lower down what it is now. So this fearful mark is when people are panicking. So when the prices are going down, when Bitcoin drops and then people start selling, this is what this is symbolizing. People are getting fearful. So when the price starts to come down, the lower this gets, the better opportunity you've got. So if this ever gets below 10, or even where it is now, it's a perfect time to accumulate more, because what happens, the coins that you've previously invested in, you may have been paying $2 a coin, and that was a good entry point up until the price tanking, and then all of a sudden you could find that coin is like 50 cents, and that is a perfect time to buy to dollar cost average, because that brings your overall buy price down of that particular coin. But again, if you're a diamond hander, if you're in a project for the long term, don't worry about if this is fearful or if it's greed. It doesn't really matter. If you're a diamond hander and you believe in the project and your intentions are holding it till it either gets to $1 billion, or it might be $500 million or $2 billion. If you've got a fixed target in mind, then you stick to the plan and you keep hold of them tokens until you reach your goals that you decided before you started to invest in the project. Another tool that I like looking at is this one here, crypto bubbles. Now this shows you what's happening on any given day, week, month, year. So right now we're on a daily chart, and you might look at it and think, oh yeah, this is what a day this is. So if you'd have got into crypto yesterday for the first time and you'd have put some money in, and the day after you're looking at this, you'd be thinking, oh my god, I can make 30% in a day. But in reality, it's not that easy, it's not that simple, and it's not a get rich quick scheme. What some people tell you different, but it's not. This is a long-term investment, and you've got to choose the right projects to invest in. So like looking at this on a daily, you might think that looks really good, but then we jump on here and we go to a weekly, and look at that, everything is down for the week. We go to a monthly, pretty much everything is down on a month. There's the odd one what isn't, but most things are down for the month. But we go for the yearly, and for the best part, most things are up. And look at the gains on some things like Shiba, 753%. Safe Moon, 753,000%, and then Safe Moon 202,400%. So when you this is what I'm trying to say about zooming out. When you zoom out, so that when you look at it over a longer period, you tend to find that you get 99% green candles, because this is over 12 months. But over a long period, everything just goes up, unless you're invested in a really dodgy coin. But we'll guide you through what coins are good, what coins are bad. If you're in the chat, you can't talk about all these different meme coins, but if you're in the chat, you get to know what to look out for. So we won't talk about coins specifically, but we'll talk about ways that you can help search for tokens and join different Telegram groups. In between talking about Son of Doge, we tend to have conversations about crypto in general. So again, this is what I want to pull it back to what I was talking about earlier. If you join our community, the Son of Doge community, when you speak in the voice chat and the video chat, the conversations what happen are completely random. A lot of it is just crypto related, not specific to one thing, but the amount of stuff that you learn that help you moving forward in making decisions for future investments, along with Son of Doge, the information you get is invaluable. So yeah, I hope you do, after finding this video, you do come over to our community, you check out all our socials. One last thing I did want to show you, which is a key indicator of where we are in the markets, is Google Trends. Now, a lot of people may have never heard of this, but Google Trends is an invaluable resource for searching for crypto related stuff. So I just did a search earlier on from 2016 up until present day. Now I did a search on Bitcoin. Now this spike here was the bull run of 2017, so when it went parabolic. So from from the 12th to the 18th of November up until where are we here? Like the December the 17th to the 23rd, the searches what come into Google for Bitcoin went absolutely parabolic, and that's when Bitcoin pretty much went from around $4,000 up to around $20,000 at its all-time high. Zoom forward, and this is the same searches for Bitcoin. Nothing. And from December 2017, it was 2018 to 2021. Now we've had spikes. So January, Bitcoin searches were quite high, throughout February again, and then we had like a bit of a mini bull run towards April and May, and then it died off again. But if you look at where we are in comparison, like in 2017, Bitcoin really wasn't that popular. People have heard of it, but it's not like it was mainstream, and even now it's not mainstream. But now to 2017, you've got El Salvador, which is legal tender. You've got Grayscale, which is the biggest holder of Bitcoin in institutional investment. You've got Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy that is basically buying Bitcoin like it's going out of fashion. You've got all these institutions, governments, countries, investment funds gobbling up as much Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano as they possibly can. They're stockpiling the stuff. Individuals, like you speak to people on the street now, and probably 1 in 5 people own Bitcoin. Most people you speak to that you talk to about cryptocurrency, so they know if they either got it themselves or they know somebody that's got it. But look at Google Trends for Bitcoin. It's nothing compared to what it was in 2017. So we know we've not gone parabolic yet. We're nowhere near, because when we go parabolic, this little blip here, which was parabolic in 2017, this will look like a blip. The line, this here will look like nothing. It'll look like something like over here compared to this. It'll look like a little dot compared to where we are now. And it's not just Bitcoin. You might think, oh, Bitcoin, people were more into Bitcoin back in 2017, 2017, but like now people are into other coins like cryptocurrencies. Do a search on cryptocurrencies, exactly the same. We had that big spike Christmas time when it went up to 20k Bitcoin, and then now we've had this spike again in May. This is when we had like the mini bull run, and then we've leveled off again, going low, not really touching the surface, to be honest. So when we go parabolic again, the amount of people that are into crypto now compared to 2017 is insane. The growth is actually exponential. The people investing in crypto now compared to back then is so much higher. So Google Trends will show that data for us to look at. So when we go parabolic, this here will look like something like over here compared to this, or something like here compared to this. That's what this will look like, because it'll dwarf what happened in 2017. So we're not there yet. So I hope this has been a bit of an eye-opener. I hope it's explained things a little bit. If you're still unsure, if I've missed something, if there's still some things that you're not sure on, please leave a comment in the video, or come into Telegram, send me a DM. I'm here for everybody. Like I'm an SOD investor just like you. Getting this coin, getting this project up to $1 billion is my goal, as long as everybody else, as well as everybody else's goal in the SOD community. We're a tight-knit team. We're honest, trustworthy. We do what we can to help each other out. If anyone in the community is struggling, got any issues, there's always somebody here to help. The Telegram group is open pretty much 24/7. If it's not, you're just unfortunate when you've jumped in, because normally there's someone in, because there's SOD community members from all over the world. Just to give you a quick rundown, Mike and Joe, the muscle, are both from America. BSC Gems is from the UK. Myself, I'm from Australia. Siraj is from South Africa. Razvan is from I'm pretty sure he's from Bulgaria. And then you've got Crypto Crumb Collector, who's from Holland. So it's a pretty diverse team, and the community is even more diverse. We've got people from every walk of life, from every continent on the planet. So if you want to be part of it, if you want to come with us on this journey to make life-changing wealth and to meet amazing people, then we'll welcome you, and we want to have you on board. We want to get to know you. And yeah, if you need any help, you got any questions, put them in the comments in the YouTube video, or send me a DM. I'll get back to you personally. And it's been amazing having you watching the video. I want to thank you so much for being here, and hopefully we'll get you as an investor. But first off, have you as a community member and get to know you, and obviously have any discussions that you may have, any issues you may need sorting. We'll address them. And thank you for watching. And if you've got any video suggestions that you want me to do in the future, just again drop me a DM. So thanks for watching, take care, and hopefully I'll catch you in the VC on in Telegram. And if you've watched this video and you have come to the Telegram group and you see me and you engage in conversation, please tell me that you're here because you watched my video, because it just makes it even more worthwhile for me. So thanks again, take care, and catch you in the VC or on the next YouTube video.